I'm late.
No, you got here right on time.
No, I'm late.
It's The Late Show.
Sorry I'm late.
You're too late!
The wizard is never late.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm gonna see the show.
But not to come late. You are late.
You're late, man. Always late, huh?
The hour grows late.
You're late. I'm not paying for those.
But is he already too late to save his friends?
You're too late.
And I'm like, dude.
You're not going from Mary Poppins to a savage killer.
I would say yes, it lives up to the hype. What little hype I had for it was pretty damn good. What's up?
Hey, everyone. Late to the Show podcast. John and Jake.
Yep.
Baby Driver.
Good movie.
No sentences, just words.
That was a sentence.
Yeah, I guess so. This week, Late to the Show podcast, we're doing Baby Driver. We said it last week, now we're doing it. Isn't it funny how that works?
Yeah.
But me and John were just talking about the plight of trying to find all these movies to watch for Frizzle.
Yeah.
John has it on Blu-ray. So yesterday, or the day before, I Google searched Baby Driver, where to stream, because I wanted to watch it for free.
Yep.
And I knew at one point I had seen it on Netflix, I had thought, or maybe I'd seen it on Hulu or something. And sure enough, it said you could watch it on Netflix with a Netflix link, and then it also said watch it on Hulu, and then I went to Hulu, and it's like, oh, you need a Showtime subscription to watch it on Hulu, you bastards. So then I went to Amazon and got my Showtime free 7-day preview trial. Thank you.
Yep.
And so I watched it for free.
Better get in your binge watch Dexter now while you still have your...
No, actually, Showtime series I do want to binge watch is I'm Dying Up Here. Because I've been meaning to watch it and I just never did.
Isn't that the one about the comedians?
Mm-hmm. In the 70s. Jim Carrey produced it.
Nice.
And it's got Sebastian Stan in it. He's actually... I watched the first episode at my parents' place, and it was good.
Nice.
It's got Andrew Santino, who's an actual comedian. Al Madrigal, he started the All Things Comedy with Bill Burr. Then there's also Eric Griffin. He's a big fat ethnic dude. He's a mix of a bunch of different things, but everyone calls him black, but he's not actually black. He's like Honduran and a bunch of other things.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like all the comedians on the show, so I just been meaning to watch it.
I just messed with my mic. I apologize.
Let's just start over. The whole thing's ruined.
All right.
Hey, welcome everyone.
Hey,
Late to
what's
the
up?
Show podcast. That's a good cutting point. Yeah. Okay, Baby Driver this week.
Yeah. Good movie. Also the most recent movie that we've seen, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it the most recent?
I just checked Man from U.N.C.L.E. was 2015.
2017. We did Creed, though.
Creed's older than 2017.
Yeah, but at the time we did it.
This movie was out.
And
No,
how old
what I'm
was Creed
saying.
at
No,
that
what I'm
point?
saying is Baby Driver. It doesn't matter how old Creed is. Creed's older than Baby Driver. This Baby Driver is the most recent movie we have seen.
But at the time we did the review of Creed, or the podcast
Baby
for
Driver
Creed,
was still more recent of a movie. Oh, yeah, no. Creed came out in 2015.
and okay, so
Baby
we
Driver
did that
came out in
2018.
2017. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the math.
Okay. That's not the math I'm doing. Baby Driver came out most recently.
I know, but I'm thinking about the most recent to when we actually recorded it.
That's a weird way of thinking about it.
Why is that a weird way of thinking about it?
Nobody thinks about things that way.
I just did.
Okay, well, congratulations. You're the first. Anyways, Baby Driver, good movie.
Yeah. And
That was it. Thank you, guys.
Yep, that's about it. Oh wait, no, this is our 31st episode. Because the 30th one was the one I just uploaded yesterday.
Yeah, Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
Yep.
The man from Izzle.
The Man from Ant.
Aunt.
Aunt, right. It's right. It's British.
Baby Driver, the last thing anyone's going to appreciate Kevin Spacey for doing.
I blame Kevin Spacey for this movie kind of underperforming because, like, nobody I know
Underperforming?
Well, okay, nobody I know really, like, has seen it. Like,
What?
A lot of people I know have, like, not seen it. Like, I'm like, hey, have you seen Baby Driver? And they're like, the fuck's Baby Driver? I'm like,
Oh, I feel the exact opposite.
Oh, you feel like you're the one person who hasn't seen it?
Yes. I felt like the one person who hadn't seen it forever.
Yeah,
Because
it's
everyone's been telling me
fucking
that the movie is
good.
dope as pocus, and I just never saw it.
I think, okay, then let me rephrase that. Okay, so from our perspectives, it's a little different. I blame Kevin Spacey for the reason that I feel like nobody is still talking about this movie.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
'Cause there's
I would
a
agree
couple-
with that, because
there's-
it has kind of died off, but people still, like, when I'd say I haven't seen it, people are like, oh, you never saw it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, there are a couple lines that are a little uncomfortable after we know what we know about Kevin Spacey. Like when he's like, I was just blinded by the balls on that kid. I'm just like, maybe Kevin Spacey shouldn't deliver that line. Actually,
His eyes dilated when he said that, too. I was like,
the first time I saw a trailer for this movie, for whatever reason, I thought Nick Frost was playing Kevin Spacey's character. Because he was fatter guy. Like, it just didn't immediately look like Kevin Spacey to me. And so, like, I've always thought, like, you know, if they went through and did, like, for the All the Money in the World thing where they replace him with, you know, Christopher Plummer and that.
Christopher Plummer.
That's who they replaced Kevin Spacey with in All the Money in the World.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't remember.
If they replaced Kevin Spacey in this movie, I think Nick Frost probably would have played that role pretty well.
I think he's too young. He's too young looking.
No,
He doesn't have a formidable presence like Kevin Spacey does.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Doc has a formidable presence. It's all in. He carries himself with that sort of a confidence, and I think that.
I don't think Nick Frost could carry that.
Well, give me just a second as I pull up a picture of Nick Frost on Instagram, because there have been several pictures I've seen from his Instagram where I'm like, oh my god,
He would make a great penguin.
maybe. I was thinking more. It's like he looks like, I don't know, just like this. Let me pull it up here, and I will show you what I'm talking about. But while I'm looking for this, since how this is your first time seeing the movie, if you'd care to recap.
Okay, I'm not going to recap it like we did what was that? Was that the train movie that
Yeah,
we
Snowpiercer.
recapped?
Yeah, just give the synopsis.
Young boy, drive car fast. Him no hear so good no more. Like music a lot. Yeah, this is a movie by Edgar Wright, the guy who did. That's funny that we're talking about Nick Frost now. I know why.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I thought perhaps it was him.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the guy who did Hot Fuzz,
World's End, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Thank you. So
Scott
very.
Pilgrim versus the World.
I didn't know he did that.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So very typical Edgar Wright film, music based or music centric, music focused, not centric. Music plays a big part.
This
in it.
one I would definitely call probably his most. Music plays probably the biggest role in this film.
Yeah. Well, I just meant like all of his films aren't music centric, but this one probably is.
Oh yeah, this one definitely is.
But no, it's a really cool movie, and I really. It's kind of funny. So like the way the character Baby thinks about music and how he like integrates it with how he lives his life. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm assuming it's probably relatable to a lot of people, but I myself like to do that also. Like I like to pick a perfect song for doing certain things.
Yeah, it's like
stuff.
no.
Especially when I was in middle school and I actually did have an iPod Nano where it had the scroll wheel and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Well, one of my favorite moments in this movie is the first time he's on the job with Bats.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx's
Jamie Foxx.
and like they're like taking forever while he's like on the song. He's like, hold on, I gotta start the song over again. He like backs it up. He's like, wait. Okay, now you can go.
Yeah, I did too. By the way, spoiler alert, I really like that he was the one to kill Bats.
Yes.
I was like, as soon as I seen like those like rebar rods hanging off the back of that truck, I was like, all right, nice. I know what's going to happen with these.
I can't find the pictures I'm looking for, but Nick Frost has like a bunch of like tattoos. He looks like this old school, like just kind of like a bruiser type of gangster character.
Yeah, but that's not what I think of Kevin Spacey's character.
No, I get that, but I think he could. But you could have altered it a little bit. I also think I do think Nick Frost could have played it because have you seen World's End?
Yeah,
his character in that was more calm, mild mannered. It wasn't a
Nick
but
more
Frost character.
Nerdy and afraid still.
He wasn't afraid.
Yeah, he was. He was afraid of getting into trouble and partying too hard.
No.
Yeah, he was.
No, he just didn't want to. He didn't want to get like fucking almost killed because of his friend again. That's why they haven't talked in years.
Yeah,
Spoiler
and there's a
alerts
fear
for
in
World's
that.
End.
Yeah, that's what I mean by afraid.
I still think he would have been a good choice, but Kevin Spacey was fine.
I also don't think I can like look at a fat guy and take him that serious. Like, no offense, Nick Frost, but you've made a lot of money on being the fat guy in the movie.
Kevin Spacey's fat in this movie.
He's not that fat.
He's kind of fat in this movie. I would,
But he's not Nick Frost fat.
but he's not nearly as skinny as he used to be.
Okay, who else
Anyways.
could play the role of Kevin Spacey? This is a fun game. I think Willem Dafoe could have played that role.
I don't know. It's a lot of stuff I've seen Willem Dafoe in, at least for me, and this is kind of, I guess, the same issue that you have with Nick Frost. I can't really divorce him from, like, the other things he's done, where he's kind of just a little too over the top for everything.
But I'm thinking
And,
like John Wick Willem Dafoe, where he was very undertoned.
Maybe. I don't think Willem Dafoe would be that great of a pick for that
No?
part either.
I could almost see Nicolas Cage doing it.
No.
I could. Like I said, it's a type of Nicolas Cage. Like,
Yeah.
don't think Ghost Rider 2.
No,
or
I know,
some
but
of the
it's
other movies, or Wicker
but a
Man.
lot of Nick Cage's, like, even his best stuff is still over the top.
Well,
It's just it's in the right context that works.
yeah, but I mean, he's not always over the top. He doesn't have to be over the top in every movie, and he's not.
But he is a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I could see him doing that role well if he played it cool and collected.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just mostly thought about Nick Frost playing that role, so it's like
Well, since it's a theme of Kevin Spacey getting replaced, I thought it'd be fun to think
No,
of
yeah,
other
no, I know. Like
celebrities that we could put
I
in
hadn't
there.
put much more thought into it beyond. Nick Frost could have probably played that role. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of like really big stars, but then it'd be like distracting that they're so big. But I guess not. Kevin Spacey.
I mean, Kevin Spacey, up until this point, was a massive star.
right? I was thinking like maybe Tom Cruise could, but I was like, nah, he's like too
Tom
fit.
Cruise.
They would have to make him look as small as he actually is in real life, and I don't think he would ever allow that.
No, God, no. Scientology wouldn't allow that.
They don't want anyone knowing he's actually only like 5'4".
Yeah.
But if they showed him to be like that, a really small guy,
I think that might have actually been it. I could see that, and I like where you're going with that, because it's like you're just this short little guy, but people are fucking scared of that guy.
I'm scared of Tom Cruise in real life.
Well, yeah,
The
I mean,
actual real life 5'4" Tom Cruise.
well, yeah,
I'm afraid to say that right now. Scientology's knocking at my window.
They will be once we upload this. They're gonna have to.
Just blood splatters all over you.
We got to get in the line behind the mouse, though. So.
Oh yeah. Who do you think has more power, Scientology or Disney?
Ooh. Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Disney.
What if they're working together?
They probably are. So Baby Driver.
Yeah, Baby Driver.
Let's talk about the movie we're talking about.
Weren't we?
Yeah.
But yeah. So, did you see this one in theaters?
Yes.
Okay.
Did see this in theaters. And if this was the Scene That Got You podcast, shout out to that one.
Dylan Hatcher. Hit him up, guys.
The scene that got me is that fucking first getaway drive at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Like right when basically like they go in and he like starts dancing to the music like in the car, just kind of waiting, like surface drumming on everything, and like hits the windshield wipers because they're kind of in time to the song,
Right.
and all that. I'm like, I'm fucking sold. And then the next, it was in the trailer, the bit where he like drifts around it and like the car turns backwards. Mm-hmm. And I wish we could have seen him pull out of that turn. But whether or not that's actually a practical turn to turn, because apparently this was all practical, like stunt driving.
Oh really?
Yes.
That's cool.
So whether or not that's an actually practical turn to get out of, I have no idea. But it looked fucking cool.
Yeah, it did. I feel like that's also how they kept the budget of this movie so low. I mean, it's $34 million. It's not a little bit of money. That's a lot of money, but it's not like a fucking blockbuster.
Yeah, it's not Endgame money.
It's not $500 million.
Yeah.
So relatively low, but yeah, I feel like probably doing practical effects,
Helped. But at the same time, you got to pay the insurance on the stunt drivers.
They don't have insurance, John.
And then the last part in that scene when he makes the escape, and because he finds the two red cars that are driving parallel to each other, and he pulls in, and then he like forces a different one into the middle,
Right.
so that he can make a getaway while they keep following the car they think is him.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So I was pretty much just hooked right there at the beginning of this one.
Yeah, that really caught me at first too, because like I said, like that'd definitely be some shit I'd do in middle school, like the whole like drumming on everything, picking the perfect song, and really getting into the music. And then he has like the playlist for his drive also.
Yep.
Not that I was driving in middle school, wink, but and then I actually really like the scene where the Shaun of the Dead nod where he's walking to get coffee.
Yep, and it's all the one long take.
Yeah, but the music beats that he follows there, and then also like the different lyrics popping up in the background and on the trees and stuff.
Yeah, that's like the graffiti and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really like that.
And there's one point where I think the song goes like whoa, 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 or something like that, and there's like a police siren that goes in beat to it.
Well, and then when he's ordering coffee, he's like, yeah.
Yeah, as if he's on a mic.
Right.
Into his earbuds.
Yeah,
Because he's holding it like here, like he was.
Oh, I didn't notice he was holding it out in front of him. I just like noticed it as him like kind of
Wait.
like thinking while he was like ordering
And that's
the
what he was
coffee.
supposed to.
But I didn't notice he grabbed the mic. That's funny.
Yeah, because he took one out and held it like right in front of his mouth, so that he would be like as if he was on the mic.
Right.
So I have to keep turning around, and my water is behind me.
No, that's okay. So a big part of this movie is Miles, baby Miles.
Just
He's-
baby.
He has
B-A-B-Y, baby.
Yeah. He has tinnitus, so he listens to music all the time to drown out the ringing in his ears. The little hum in the drum. And then at the very end of the movie, spoiler alert, someone shoots a gun right
John
off by
Hamm's
both
character.
his ears.
Spoiler. If we're spoiler
Buddy.
alerting. Buddy.
Buddy shoots a gun, fires a gun off right next to both of his ears and deafens him further.
Yes.
And they like played into Baby's perspective by like when he wakes up in the car again, like it's all muffled now.
Yep.
But they didn't continue that throughout the movie.
Well, I mean, it was there weren't that many more lines that Baby would have heard.
Well, I mean, there was like the courtroom and stuff like that, or I mean, like when he said "you don't belong in this world" to Deborah before he got out of the car, and then he like went up to put his hands up to get arrested and stuff. I know the music kind of took over at that point too.
Yep.
But and then his time in jail. I was curious, like when they actually did the ear exam, if like they were able to fix his ears or what exactly.
Who knows? Actually, I noticed this time too. Why did they need a whole trial? Because he surrendered. Kind of figured he would have just pled guilty. Probably could have gotten a better deal.
Well, I mean, he surrendered so the car wouldn't get shot at.
No, I
he
get
still
that.
probably pled his case because he's like, well, I can lessen this.
I mean, if you plead not guilty, like usually your lawyer will be like, if you plead guilty, you can, we've got like this sort of like an arrangement where it's like you will exchange this for this much jail time type of a thing, a lessened sentence. I mean, he still got out in 5 years because of course he was going to make his parole because he was a model prisoner.
Yeah, it was probably actually 2.5 with good behavior.
Well, that was the 5-year parole.
I know, but typically sometimes they cut that in half even if you're good behavior.
I mean,
I watched a lot of Law and Order, John. Okay.
well, the 5 years was a fifth of his total jail sentence, so
Yeah.
he was sentenced to 25 years for those who aren't good at math.
Yeah, and it's hard for him because, you can't hear someone sneaking up behind you with a shank
Yeah,
when you've been deafened like he was.
yeah.
But it was kind of a little bit of poeticness that he had been knowing how to use sign language the whole time with his foster father, Joe. Joe?
Joe.
Okay, yeah, Joe.
Played by an actual deaf man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yes.
I thought you were about to say, played by an actual black guy. I was like, what? I know he's a black guy, not I was surprised that he actually was a black guy. He's a black guy.
Yes.
Black deaf guy.
Yes. But an actual deaf man played that role.
That's cool.
So
I was curious because I hadn't ever seen him in anything before.
yeah, me neither. But
Yeah, Baby had the sign language down pretty good too.
yep. Well, apparently Ansel Elgort had to actually learn sign language to even talk with the guy. So,
Oh yeah.
period. It's not like he had somebody else there to.
Well, I
sign
didn't know if
for him.
maybe he just learned the lines in sign, and then that was it. I mean, I guess he probably focused more on the lines, but had to get a general idea of sign language.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? I was thinking about something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I like the speaker touch to feel the vibrations of the music, and then how he does that again at the end. But I thought it was also kind of weird because on a car, it's got like that plastic coating, so he couldn't actually touch the speaker.
But you could probably still feel the vibration from it, so just not as well.
Right, because they actually show Joe in the apartment actually puts his hand on the
An
part of the
actual
speaker,
speaker.
that like reverberates and bumps
Yep.
the diaphragm of the speaker, and then Baby does it at the end of the movie. But you know how a car has that mesh like hard plastic on it.
Yeah.
I like what they did, but I was like, he couldn't feel that.
But it didn't look like that car had that mesh on it.
Yeah, it did. Because that's why I had that thought. I was like,
Oh,
but he
oh,
didn't
yeah.
feel that. He didn't actually feel the speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like how they don't really go too far in depth on his backstory either.
Yeah,
Like
you
you
just-
get all you need out of it with 3 little flashbacks.
Yep. That, and then Kevin Spacey's character, Doc, quickly going, it's like, yeah, he stole one of my cars. He's paying me back for it. Done.
Yeah.
Got it. So that's why he's here.
And I kind of like how they, in my idea, I felt like they played this movie up to be a little bit of a switcheroo on who the villain was.
Yes.
Because the way the movie starts off, Doc is this foreboding character, and you think, oh, fuck, he's going to keep Baby on the leash for as long as he can. And I thought, actually, because I misunderstood the conversation when Baby recounted all the like information on the bank heist back to Doc correctly, or the armored car heist.
Yep.
When they said we have 2 people or 2 other cars that are going to be watching out, I thought he meant for them. I didn't realize they meant for the bank that they were robbing from. So, like, when those guys showed up and had guns in the other cars, the other vehicles, you know? The one dude
Just
had a
the-
pistol and the other guy had, like, a machine
Oh,
gun.
it was the same guy.
No, it wasn't.
They-
There's 2 other trucks that were chasing them.
No, there's one truck chasing them the whole time.
Where'd the other guy's SMG go?
It was the same guy. The one dude chased them that whole time.
I could have swore there was another guy.
Nope. One guy.
Are you sure?
Yes. They were also driving a truck, though.
I know, but I thought there was 3 trucks at one time because Baby was in the middle and there was 2 trucks on the side of him and they were pushing him back and forth on the road at one point.
Nope.
What?
Nope. There's just the one truck chasing them.
No, hold on
Yes.
one sec. Fuck this.
No, I'm telling you, you're wrong. This is like my 3rd or 4th time seeing this movie.
Why did I put that together then?
What are you typing?
Armored car or armored truck, I guess. Alright, here we go.
All right, you can.
What does this mean? Austin Powers.
Okay.
There's that
So there's
one.
the blue truck. That guy.
Who I thought was Denzel at first.
And there's that guy's pistol. Still them. There's the same blue truck. Guy in the blue truck
Oh.
reached under his thing.
Oh, I don't know why I blipped that out in my head. That it was the same blue truck.
Yep.
God, I feel fucking stupid. I'm trying to figure out why I got that in my head, though. There has to be a scene here where there was 3
Yeah,
trucks
just-
in a row.
Just let it play out for a little bit here.
By the way, Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep. Maybe that van there is what you were seeing?
I don't know.
And then there's the semi here.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't think the semi. I really thought at one point, I was like, I wonder what happened to the other truck when I watched this last night. I don't know why. Okay. Well, yeah, I know how this pans out for this guy.
Not well.
Well, yeah, I don't know why I got confused like that. But what I was saying was, I thought that they meant they were working for Baby. They were going to help Baby get away with this heist. When he said there was someone who's going to be there, like a third part, like another person who's going to be there to like try and ensure that the truck doesn't get robbed, which is what that guy was there for. The guy in the blue truck. So when they started attacking Baby, I was like, oh, fuck, this is the point where Kevin Spacey is going to, like, frame Baby and this crew and, like, put all the past heists on them because, like, he'd read in the newspaper that, like, the news was thinking that all these heists were connected anyway.
Yep.
I was like, oh, fuck, this is where Kevin Spacey pulls some shit. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, I just heard that wrong.
Yeah.
So, but my point being was that you think Kevin Spacey is going to be this bad guy.
Yep.
And then it ends up being John Hamm instead.
Yes.
Who was actually nice to Baby at first.
Yep. And then because Baby tried to get away, it cost him the person he loved and cared about. So he went absolutely apeshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I really kind of felt like his character was pretty bitch-ass after Bats got to him in the diner, too. After he started calling him Wall Street and stuff, and he, like, pegged him on who he was.
Yeah.
And then Darling was like, you don't want to see him mad. I was like, this is lame. I'm going to get the you don't want to see him mad speech.
I still think it works, personally.
Yeah, but, like, he still didn't do anything by the end of it. He didn't really accomplish. He killed a couple cops.
You know, it's because Baby was better.
And he killed Kevin Spacey.
And he did kill Kevin Spacey.
But, like...
Good job, John Hamm.
He really didn't show off anything by doing that. He just, like, chased him a little longer.
Yeah. Well, no, and he had every intention of killing Deborah first. Yeah. But, you know, first in the diner, the cops show up, so he's like, don't want to get caught doing this. And then Baby shoots him, which... You know, he wasn't expecting to have happen. And then he wasn't really...
Yeah, but he kind of should have been.
He probably should have expected that to
You
happen.
walked in with a gun first.
Yeah.
So you should have expected someone was going to shoot you at some point.
True, but he probably wasn't thinking Baby would do it while the cops were in the diner.
Also, come on, Baby. Aim for the head.
Yeah.
You've been in this business for a while now.
Yes, but he very clearly tried to stay away from any of the violence.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking on this viewing, it would have almost been interesting if they hadn't continued to establish Bats as such a psychopath who just shoots everybody. Mm-hmm. It would have been interesting if he is like, hey, I'm gonna if he flipped and helped Baby get out of it.
At one point I was thinking, like, what if Bats is actually like an undercover cop or something?
Yeah.
Because he said, like, all those the butcher and all of his people were cops.
Yeah.
I was like, what if that's all just, like, part of a thing? Like, you know, they weren't actually dead. It was like a staged, like...
firefight.
Thank you, firefight.
Yeah.
I was like, that would have been kind of cool. It also would have been kind of like, you know, a dream sequence in a movie. It's like, so it was never real.
Yeah, I still like the way it panned out.
Yeah, I did too. I for sure did.
And then the final switcheroo that Kevin Spacey's like, you know, actually cared about Baby.
Yeah, but it was kind of like too fast of a switcheroo. He was like, "No, Baby, fuck you. This is closed. I'm not helping you." Then the girl comes in, gives him a hug. It's like, all right. Well, I mean, I have no complaints with this movie. I just thought that was like kind of like
that was kind of a quick switcheroo.
Right? It's like that was all it took.
Well,
and then
like
the only line that he has to support it is, "I was in love once."
Yeah. So
okay. You know. By the way, I like his nephew in this movie too.
Yeah, oh god, that was great.
Did you know this movie took place in Atlanta right away, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, because they went to the Bank of Atlanta.
Well, I didn't know it until he started delivering pizzas, and it said Goodfellas ATL on it. I was like, oh shit, it's Atlanta. And I was like, that makes sense why he has a southern drawl.
Oh, see, yeah, again, I knew as soon as they robbed the first bank, and it was Bank of Atlanta.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I'm more upset that they weren't sweatier then, because Atlanta's hot as shit.
Yeah, well.
All this also, no strip clubs in Atlanta? Come on.
I mean, they're not robbing strip clubs.
Yeah, but
Maybe they
Strippers
should
got to
be.
walk to work, John. You should be seeing strippers on the street all over the place.
I've never been to Atlanta, so.
Neither have I.
Oh, okay.
It's A-Town, boy. Lil Jon was nowhere to be seen. I didn't hear yeah once. Except for when Baby said it.
That's fair. I did like that bit, though, where he was a driver for the pizza parlor.
Yeah.
And he's just like...
Raking in hella tips, too,
Yeah.
by getting the pizza there super fast.
The guy, first one, he's like, oh, that was fast. Like, yeah.
I know. He's the opposite of Peter Parker delivering pizzas, by the way.
Yeah. You'll never get a pizza if Peter Parker's your delivery guy.
Joe's 29-minute guarantee is a promise, man. Spider-Man 2 is a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
So is Baby Driver.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that movie.
Baby Driver?
Yeah, let's talk about
Never
Baby
seen
Driver.
it.
You've been kind of getting off topic a little bit,
Just
I've
a little
noticed.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you like it at all.
No. One thing I did notice this time watching the movie, I had no segue there, so
That's
just
fine.
jump right into it. And maybe I just zoned it out. Their discussion about the fact that everybody's name is a code name seemed to kind of come out of nowhere. Because, like, just all of a sudden John Hamm's like, do you really think your name is Bats? And I'm like, wait, I must have missed what Jamie Foxx said to prompt John Hamm to say that. But
Yeah, I don't think I remember what he said to say it either.
yeah. And then he's just like, do you think my name's Buddy? And then she's like, do you think my name is Darling?
Maybe he said something about, like, he did say something about why his name is Bats.
I guess. Probably.
I don't remember what it was. But then I was like, also, like, that's pretty hard for Eddie No-Nose, formerly known as Eddie the Nose, because his name is about his face. You could see a nose stitched to his face.
Yeah.
That's like a different shade of skin.
Why'd you change it? Oh, that's a no right there.
But, like, that's not so much, like, a code name as much as it is just his name.
Yeah.
Like, if you heard that there was a heist pulled by some guy named Eddie No-Nose, I'd be looking at the guy with nose stitches immediately.
That was something else I noticed. JD, the guy with all the tattoos, which first off was one of my favorite lines in the movie when he's like, your tattoo says hat. It used to say hate, but to improve employability, I had the E covered up. Does it work? Who doesn't like hats?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines in the movie. But then, dude has shitload of tattoos. Why is his sleeves were rolled up? It's like, if anybody sees that guy ever, like, that's super, like...
Well, that's all of them. Literally everyone except Baby and Doc had a shit ton of tattoos.
Yeah, but they were usually covered up in some way. Like, Bats...
I guess, but they were all up to their jawline.
Bats had the mask down. That went past his neck.
Oh, you're saying when they pulled the heist.
Yeah, when they pulled the... Yeah, obviously when they're just hanging out, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's what I thought you were talking about. I was like, I guess they were wearing long sleeves.
When they were pulling the heist, like, his arms were covered. He had gloves on his hand. The mask was down past his neck, so you couldn't see... any tattoos. Fucking JD had all of these tattoos when sleeves rolled up.
Oh, were his rolled up? Well, that's why he got killed, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking dipshit.
He left his shotgun behind and...
Got the wrong mask.
I was actually reading the trivia for that. They were originally going to be the Michael Myers mask from the movie Halloween, but apparently they couldn't get the rights. So they contacted Mike Myers and were like, hey, can we use, like, masks of you for this? And he was like, yeah, sure. And, like, they explained the scene to him. So...
and it made a better joke anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Like, that's such
I got really excited when I seen them pull out the Austin Powers mask. I was like, oh, I got it wrong. Fucking dummy.
Also,
it is a Halloween mask.
No, the killer dude from the movie Halloween.
Oh, Jason?
But also, they were told not to buy all their masks at one time, and the one guy provided 3 masks for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the same guy, too. It was JD. JD kept fucking up.
Yeah. Yeah, really, I actually didn't put together all the different fuck-ups, other than, like, buying the wrong mask and leaving a shotgun behind.
Yeah.
So, but, like, I like the idea that it was also, 1, he probably had too many tattoos with his sleeves rolled up.
Yep.
2,
he bought all the masks.
yeah, he was the one who bought all of them.
Yeah.
But it's also on the other guys, too, because they didn't...
Yeah, apparently they didn't go in prepared.
JD's the one kid who did everyone's class project, but he did a shitty job of it.
Yeah.
So they killed him for it.
That they did.
Do you think Doc killed him or they killed him?
I think Bats killed him. Bats was very eager always to kill people.
Yeah.
So.
And he said it too. He was.
Oh yeah. Like when they saw the undercover cop, he's like, the cop's like, have we met before? He's like, I don't know. You still alive? He's like, yeah. We ain't never met.
Yeah. And then, oh no, he said he does drugs to support a crime habit.
Yeah.
You do crime to support a drug habit. I do drugs to support a crime habit.
Wow, fucking poetic.
I do like Jamie Foxx. He like really stuck to that character though too.
Oh yeah.
Like the fast talking and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, and it never died off. Like, he didn't just do it to like introduce his character and show what a wild man he is. He kept it consistent throughout the movie.
The only time I think he ever kind of like slowed it down and was more deliberate was when he hopped in the car. Me? No, when he that, and then when he hopped in the car when Baby was trying to leave it to get Deborah to just leave.
Oh.
And then Buddy caught him, and then Bats hopped in the car with him,
mm-hmm.
and Bats is like, asking him about the recording, the recorder and everything.
Right.
So
that was a surprise twist on the movie. I didn't think, and it didn't last very long either. Their distrust in Baby.
Well, I was thinking that at least Bats probably would have done something, but I mean, Baby was able to prove that.
That's why I say like it didn't last very long. I guess the big point of it is to like kind of show Baby's world crumbling a little bit. Like everything he thought he had locked down is like starting to fall apart.
Yep. Like
the world he thought he could go to after he gets done with this gig is falling apart because now they've attacked Joe. They've got his stash of tapes out. Now Deborah's life is possibly threatened.
Yep.
So I guess it serves that purpose as like the first step in all of that happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like John Hamm though too, because like after they were listening to that Queen song together, he really does feel like almost like a brotherly type figure. And then when he stopped him out in the garage, I was like, is he gonna let him go?
Well, and then
I think he may have, or he would have.
He told him
had Bats not hopped in the car.
He's like, if you're just here to joyride and you're not in it for the job, just leave,
right, and
don't come back. Because, like, and he even said, he's like, I've got enough worrying about Bats. Do I have to worry about you, too? Mm-hmm. Like, because he knew Baby was consistent. Like, it's like, this is who Baby is. This is what I can rely on Baby to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And what'd you think about his line at the beginning of the movie after the first heist? He says, next time Doc calls, don't answer.
Yeah.
Do you think that was him trying to tell him to get out of this game because he's so young? Or do you think it's him saying, like, you're fucking weird, I don't want to work with you next time?
I think it was literally him just telling him to take a break.
Oh, okay.
Just like, dude, just let the next one ride. Also, you think Griff is actually dead? John Barenthal's character?
No.
Because at the beginning, he's like, if you don't see me again, I'm dead. And then he gets off and you don't see him again for the rest of the movie.
I just thought it meant because, I don't know why they would kill him.
No, I know. I'm just saying, do you think, like... It's an Edgar Wright movie. To me, that sort of a little detail means, yeah, he's dead somewhere.
I just thought it meant because he's not going to stop his crazy lifestyle, so that's just what it meant. If you don't see me on another gig, I'm probably dead.
Yeah.
I don't think it really carried any weight other than just to kind of like show what his character is like. To put an extra detail on this character who doesn't appear again in the movie.
Yeah, it's just to me like a lot of Edgar Wright's like things are put in intentionally,
right? Very
especially for callbacks usually later. So I just figured,
it'd been really funny
was dead.
If John Barenthal was the teller at the bank.
Yeah.
Although that lady's a fucking snitch. She's a snitcheroony. Who was the teller, and Baby like kind of shakes his head for her not to go in, and she immediately gets a cop. It's like, you fucking snitch, you asshole. You blew this heist for Baby. You're lucky you were a character witness in his trial.
She didn't blow the heist for Baby.
Yeah, she did. Had she not gone and grabbed... If she just would have turned around and left, that heist would have been fine. Probably, most likely. Because they're fucked when there's a cop standing right there, 10 feet away from the car, and now everyone's coming out to the car.
Yeah.
And then Bats shoots him with a shotgun.
Yeah. God That was actually another thing I liked too, because then I just remember what Bats like hits him and the sunglasses break,
And he
because
keeps
Baby
him on
was
for a long fucking time.
not that. I was actually remembering the scene at the beginning when John Barenthal was hassling him, and like he took his glasses, and then Baby pulled out another pair, and then he slapped those glasses off, and Baby just pulled out another pair out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was reading more trivia. Apparently, part of Edgar Wright's thought process on that is he got all those sunglasses and iPods from stealing cars. Like that's from because he stole, like that was what he would do, is he would just steal cars.
Boosting, as the youth call it.
Yes. So Edgar Wright's like, he figured the biggest collection of stuff he would have from those cars, because he couldn't keep the cars, was he'd keep sunglasses and iPods from people's cars.
And probably Lucky Rabbit's fate also, off
Maybe.
of people's keys.
Maybe.
No, he would hotwire the car so he wouldn't have the keys.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know what he'd probably have a big stash of?
What?
Those little clovers that you get when you throw coins in a charity bucket at a stoplight.
Yeah.
He's probably got 1 million of those little red flowers.
He probably stopped collecting. I was like, I have too many of these.
He's got like 3,000 packets of Lion's Mints.
Like he's got the floorboard where he puts the money, and then like just a little down, he's got the floorboard with Lion's Mints and the clovers and all those things.
Lions Club Mints. 4-H bookmarks. Yeah. I definitely like a lot of like I don't know what, I guess it would just be called like a lot of Edgar Wright's style that he puts on this movie.
Well, and
I would guess I would call them tropes, but they're not something he uses in every movie. It's the idea of the type of stuff he does in every movie.
as they would call it on I believe on IMDb, they call them either like a director's trademark or director's like signature or something like that. But yeah, I know
His signature is all over this movie.
Oh yeah,
Like
lots
every
of long
time,
takes.
like almost every gunfight scene, because the bullet firing matches with the beats of the music.
like the whole thing is edited to music.
Yeah, it's
And-
great. I love that. I was almost wondering if that's kind of like a cheap way to get people to enjoy a movie, but it's also very difficult to do. So I wouldn't say it's cheap.
No, every time I watch it, I'm like, I cannot imagine the nightmare of trying to edit this movie, like film it in such a way that you could then edit it exactly down to the beats of the music.
Yeah.
Another piece of trivia I was reading, apparently when they would read their pages for like scenes, he also gave them, it's like, here's a curated playlist, listen to it at specific moments
To get in
so you get the mood.
the rhythm of your lines for this scene, or the rhythm of your action for the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also thinking about how it's edited, I feel like the editor and the sound designer would have to work very closely together too.
Oh yeah.
Like, because sometimes it's just the editor edits the film, picture lock, sends it to sound guy, and then the sound guy kind of, I mean, there's different sound guys. Sound effects editor would add everything in, and the sound mixer chooses what to keep.
Yeah, I imagine at least the music part, that guy, the music and the video editor sat down together the whole time. And
By the way, I've noticed that movies where they have an idea for the music in pre-production, they're fucking awesome, because that's what Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Yeah,
Especially the first one. The second one probably was too,
But
but
not-
it felt more integrated in the first one,
yes.
where they didn't actually have to talk about the song. Because in the second one, they talk about Brandy, you're a fine girl. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's better when it's just part of the movie, because
It's just part of the
it's
movie.
part of the movie, right?
Yeah.
I don't need you to get meta about it and start talking about it.
Like how Baby's killer track is Brighton Beach Rock, or just
Brighton Rock.
Brighton Rock. Which does have a fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'd never heard the
guitar.
song before.
Me neither.
Oh, and then I like how it was kind of a callback, but at the end when he wakes up in the car, they've gotten away from Buddy, and he wakes up to Easy Like Sunday Morning, sung by his mom.
Yep.
It made sense why when he was listening to the song as the car with JD and it's getting crushed, that he was having flashbacks of his mom. You think it's just because the car's getting crushed, but it's actually because of the song.
It's a song,
It's
and I
probably
also
both, but...
well, and I also feel it kind of represents that freedom he feels. Like it's like, finally I'm out of this, because like that was his last job. He was square with Doc.
Or so he thought.
Yeah, he was square. Now Doc's like, all right, cool. Now you want to keep working with me, right?
Or I'll break your legs and kill everyone you love.
Yeah, that's how it
Like
works.
this girl I just saw you with. You like her? If you like her a little bit, I'll kill her. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. She's pretty. Let's keep it that way.
But then see, like, why does he, like, stuff like that makes, I mean, granted, he may not have actually, but he may well have.
Yeah.
Like,
I absolutely think he would have.
but then, like, why would he be like, all right, I'll risk everything to help you out, and I'll sacrifice my life to help you out now, even though 2 days ago I said I'd fucking slaughter everyone you love and break your legs.
Yeah.
Including the girl you were with that same day when I said it to you.
Yes.
And she was the one who changed his mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you touch 14-year-old gay boys. You're a fickle man.
And then try to use the fact that you're gay as an excuse.
Yeah.
Good job, Kevin Spacey.
Do you think...
Wow.
So if Doc is his nickname, do you think his real name is Kevin Spacey in this movie?
Maybe. Do you think this is what Kevin Spacey, like, has to run away and do now? Is, like, run bank heists?
Do you think Kevin Spacey was his mom's producer?
What?
Baby's mom's producer, because she was a singer.
No.
Probably not.
No.
He's a rich guy, though. Yeah, it was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know what I like about this movie is the same thing I like about John Wick 1. They don't give you too deep of a look into this world of crime that they have. You just start exploring it into the movie.
Yeah.
Like, everyone who's in it knows what's going on.
And that's what matters.
Right. That's what's so cool about John Wick 1. I want to start finding more movies like that. I feel like the Bourne movies might be kind of like that.
No.
Not at all?
Nah, not really.
Well, I know because Jason Bourne doesn't know, but I feel like he kind of has to discover as he goes anyway.
But it's still kind of a spy thrill. I don't think... It doesn't have the same... I know the feeling you're talking about with John Wick and Baby Driver. Bourne Identity does not have that feel to it.
Damn.
What you're looking for, the Bourne Identity does not have.
Okay. I haven't seen any of them, so I wouldn't know, really.
And
I just had that kind of thought, like, maybe it would, since he's, like, waking up and he would already be kind of in the world because he's a sleeper cell.
He's not a sleeper cell. He has amnesia.
Oh, that's all it is?
Yeah, he literally has amnesia.
Oh.
That's why he can't remember. He has all these skills that are like muscle memory reflexes, and so those still work. But he doesn't, like, he's like, I have no idea why literally, he's like, at one point he's like, it's flat road through here. I know I can sprint for, like, however far without stopping. And he's like, but I don't know why I know that information.
Oh, okay.
So it's different because, like, in John Wick, in this, like you said, all the characters know, including the main character.
Yeah.
They get how this all works.
You know what movie would have probably been better if it had that feel? Would have been American Ultra.
See, I didn't see that one.
It's not that good.
Because that's kind of like a Jason Bourne movie.
Yeah, but I feel like even if he didn't know, it felt like everyone knew, but no one knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
Because, like, everyone around him pretended not to know, but actually knew. And then there were people higher up in the government that knew and were trying to intervene. I don't know. It felt like if they would have played that movie differently, like with a different take on it, it would have been a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
And that's not even, like, knocking on, like, anyone's performance, really. Just, the movie was only okay.
I got you.
But Baby Driver was a good one.
Yes, Baby Driver is fantastic.
And, like I said, after finishing it, I had no complaints with it. I mean, like, I know we've talked about stuff now, but it wasn't anything that ruined the movie for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Really liked it. And also, like I said in my tweet, I've never felt less cool.
Yeah.
Like, less suave or fucking...
Because everybody in this movie is fucking cool.
Right. Except for Deborah. She's not that cool. I'm just kidding. She's cool.
You know who's not cool? The guy who owns the diner.
Yeah, he's a dick.
He's kind of a dick.
Was that Bo or Bob's?
Bo's.
Bo's, okay.
Bo's diner.
Well, that was probably Bo then.
Probably.
Bo's an asshole.
Yes. The only thing that bugged me about this movie is that I have had a very similar concept for a movie, like, in my head for a long time, and then I saw, like, the trailers for Baby Driver. I'm like, God damn it! But it would have been less car focused and more like gunfight focused.
Okay.
Like more John Wick, not serious or like John Wick is. Mm-hmm. More of kind of the tone of Baby Driver, but more like the style of John Wick.
Yeah. You know what movie yours one kind of sounds more like? Did you see the trailers? This movie came out maybe 2 years ago. I think it was called Firefight.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
know
see
it's
it?
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. It's the one with Brie Larson and Charlton Copley, and where they're like all in a warehouse.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought that movie looked fucking good. And
Was
I,
it?
I never saw it.
Oh.
But like it looks like it'd have that vibe that you were talking about since it's more gunfight centric.
Yeah. You want to do Firefight for next week?
Yeah, we're both late to it on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. What was another there's a movie
But-
I was thinking of? It was we need to do the movie Down with Love because I saw it Ewan McGregor earlier. Down with Love, it came out in like 2004 or 5, I think.
Okay.
It's a comedy more so. I don't know. I guess you'd call it a romantic comedy, but it focuses more on the funny, and it's like really kind of like I guess witty would be how I call it. It's a really good movie.
Okay.
I think you'd like it a lot.
We'll see. We will determine a movie. But no, I think a lot of the reason I came to Baby Driver with after Man from U.N.C.L.E. is that
Style is very focused
well,
on
it's another very much like style over substance movie. I don't necessarily think there's a real deep meaning for this movie, but I think the way it's done and presented is so damn good that that's what matters, is the stylistic way that everything plays out.
So style over substance.
Yes.
You know what movie I was thinking is the opposite of style over substance?
What?
It's substance over style is Reign Over Me with Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle.
I haven't seen it.
Well, it's like a movie that's just like it gets like depressing and then more depressing and then further depressing, but when you think about the way the movie's done, there's no vibe to the movie other than depressing. I have no idea who directed it either. So like there was like no style to the movie. It's just like things play out and play out and play out. That would be a movie that's substance over style. But
Okay.
I would say it doesn't like I wouldn't say
That
that's a
doesn't make it
bad
bad.
movie.
No, I was
But
not gonna make it
I don't
bad.
think it made it any better either.
Yeah.
Like it feels like sometimes if you go substance over style, that could maybe be Oscar baity.
Yeah, like did you see the newest version of Stars Born with
No.
Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga?
Newest version. Was there an old one?
Yeah, this is being remade like 4 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I saw a little bit of it on mine and Kate's cruise.
Yeah,
I
like-
saw the end of it after he dies.
Yeah, I was gonna say spoiler alert. He kills himself. But because I watched it during the best picture showcase.
The shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, the shirt I'm wearing. I forgot I was wearing the shirt, honestly. Last year, and it's one of those movies where it's like emotional porn, where it's just like everything is the saddest, most depressing moment of these people's lives.
Yeah.
This is all you're going to get to see. It's like, I get it, that happens in real life, and drama's best. You need conflict to make drama, but Jesus Christ, these people weren't always depressed all of the time. Can we see like even a single happy moment in their entire lives?
Yeah. Tom and Christina from Your Mom's House.
Okay.
They call all of those movies white bummers, where white people have it so easy that they go to see those movies to feel something. So they call them white bummers.
That's probably why people like This Is Us, which is the same shit just on TV, where it's like, here's the most dramatic moments in all of these people's lives.
And everyone was really upset when the dad died.
Yeah.
It's like, he's not dead. Like,
Like, yeah, or like, and I imagine A Million Little Reasons or whatever it's called, with the guy from Psych is on it. I think it's called A Million Little
black
Reasons.
dude or the white dude from
White
Psych?
dude
Okay.
from Psych.
I didn't know he'd done anything after Psych.
Yeah,
I don't know if the black dude's done anything after Psych. either.
he did stuff. When was West Wing? Because he was on West Wing.
I think that was before Psych.
It might have been ending around the time Psych was beginning, but I know
West Wing is also where Binging with Babish got the name Babish from. Because apparently Babish is a small character in the show West Wing.
I did not know that.
I found it out from from an interview. It was Hot One's interview with Binging with Babish.
Oh, interesting. That I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Psych started in '06. West Wing ended in '06.
Okay. I remember seeing trailers for West Wing.
Dule Hill, who plays Burton Guster, the black guy on Psych, he's on Ballers.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Ballers.
You watching the newest season?
I had okay. I didn't see the last episode of the last season, and then I don't have HBO anymore, so I haven't been able to watch it. But I saw pretty much the first 2 seasons. It was great.
Gotcha. I've watched none of it.
I fucking love Rob Corddry. He's so funny though. You know who that is, right?
I think I know who that is. Just
He's one of many bald white men.
Yep, I know who that is. Just from watching the previews. Now I'm watching Righteous Gemstones right now, and
Oh, are you?
only 2 more episodes of that, and then Watchmen starts in a few weeks, so I'm gonna watch that.
Wait, Righteous Gemstones only has 2 more episodes of the season?
Yeah,
Whoa. That's
pretty
crazy.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm really
do you like
enjoying
it?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch Vice Principals after it's done.
You have to. Like, I saw the first episode of Righteous Gemstones, so I kind of, like, having seen 2 series with Danny McBride in them already,
Yeah,
I get a vibe for where this character's going, and it seems like more of a Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down.
sure.
Vice Principals, Neil Gamby is so good.
Yeah, I'm. Because again, I would catch the end of episodes of Vice Principals when I was just watching Last Week Tonight.
Uh-huh.
So it'd be like I have no context for anything that's going on. My favorite one that I've still seen was the one where they accidentally take acid at the football game.
And they look at each other under the bleachers. We live here now.
Yeah, and they like imagine themselves like blasting like students into space and shit.
Yeah.
Um,
What have you done? Or no, you made her a martyr. We live here now.
so I've seen
That's from the
ends of-
first season.
Yeah. So I've seen the ends of episodes.
Did you see them fighting? Like, because the skinny principal was gonna put acid in the
Goggins.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
He was gonna put acid in their
the
football team's
water, yeah.
And they're fighting over it because Neil's like, "That's going too far," and then the water splashes all over them, and they're like, "This gets absorbed through the skin." So then they start tripping balls.
Yeah. I literally watched all of that happen. I'm like, I had no idea why he was trying to put acid in the football player's water, but it was funny.
Yeah.
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 So no, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch Watchmen.
What do you think of Watchmen?
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. You like the movie though, right?
I like the movie. I love the comic.
You like the comic more than the movie?
I like the way the movie ends better. Which spoiler alert for a pretty old movie and an even older graphic novel at this point.
Right there.
You've read it.
Not all of it, no.
You know how it ends? Have you watched the movie?
Yeah, I know how the movie
Okay.
ends. I've
So
seen
in
all
the-
the movie. I haven't read that.
So in the movie, he pins it on, Ozymandias pins it on Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
In the book, Ozymandias like the whole time has like these like scientists and artists and shit like creating like this extraterrestrial being,
Yeah,
like
the
giant squid
octopus
thing.
creature.
Yeah, and he kills all of them, and then he teleports the squid thing into the middle of like Manhattan, and that's what everybody thinks like some interdimensional aliens are invading the planet. So that's what rallies everybody together to avert the nuclear war. And from what I understand, the show is supposed to be a sequel to the book, not the movie.
Oh, interesting.
So it's probably the main difference being the ending is different.
So my take on it was, so I knew that the plot, instead of a nuclear bomb going off, it was in the book, it's about this giant squid creature that attacks New York. Now, I did think that, like, it actually was an interdimensional creature. I thought Ozymandias just figured out a way to teleport it from this other dimension to New York. I didn't realize he had scientists make it.
Yeah.
And then he just dropped it
He
off.
faked the whole thing. Just like, I mean, he faked the Dr. Manhattan attack still.
Right, no, I know. But I thought, like, he actually made a portal to go with, to have it bomb there. And still, like, played off the fake or the con, whatever. But I definitely, even just knowing that's the idea, I definitely like the way it played out in the movie better. It makes way more sense, especially with it being America and Russia.
Yeah.
So have a nuclear explosion of sorts go off.
Yeah.
And make it the hero of America, too. or the
Well,
pseudo hero of America.
Yeah.
because he kind of. Well, I mean,
That's why he
only
started-
stopped being a hero because Ozymandias made it so.
Yeah, that's basically why I saw some people say that it didn't make sense having Dr. Manhattan do it because Dr. Manhattan was always like the hero, like you said, the hero of America.
Until
he was supposed. So even with the fact that he attacked America, I've seen people be like, well, they would probably still see that as like some sort of a false flag to get away with attacking Russia and things like that. So, but I disagree with that because you see him become more and more like unhinged, and he just wants to get away from humanity. Period. Which is why he goes and lives on Mars for a little while.
A little while? Doesn't he just end up staying there?
He lives there for a little while. Well, I think he goes back at the end of the
Well, yeah,
book.
because I know he comes back to Earth to help out.
Yeah.
I assumed he just went back there after the movie.
He's apparently, from what I understand, he's supposed to be in the show, Dr. Manhattan. So
It's probably not going to be Richard Bart, though.
probably not.
Or Roger Bart.
I'm not
Roger
sure.
Bart.
But I'm pretty excited for it. I get why people are, wary because a lot of people, Alan Moore especially, because it's his Watchmen's like his baby. But I actually was rewatching this series that I really liked on from The Escapist called The Big Picture, done by Movie Bob Chipman, who I don't really care for his stuff on his own channel, but I really really liked the Big Picture stuff, where he mostly just talks about like geek culture and stuff. And he mentions the fact that like The Watchmen was originally like he doesn't like people doing stuff. Alan Moore doesn't like people doing stuff with his characters, but a lot of his career started from reinterpreting things other people have done with characters. So he's like, on one hand, it's like I get it, but on the other hand, it's what you did.
Yeah.
So I understand where some people are wary about the show, but also like I'm like it's not. They're not trying to redo the show. They're trying to be like, here's a new story in the Watchmen universe. It's got like one of the characters from Watchmen in it. Period. Because
Rorschach, right?
No, Rorschach's dead.
Oh, he is dead in the show?
Yeah, Rorschach dies in the book.
Well, but there's like this whole Rorschach cult.
Oh,
that you
yeah,
see
well,
in the
so
show's trailers.
At the end of the movie, remember, he mails his journal to like that far right wing.
Oh, and then
so they probably take from
publish it and stuff.
So they probably took it. That's the most likely where those guys are from. So
I didn't know that he also dies in the book, so
Yep.
I figured if they, changed the ending from the book to the movie, maybe they did that also.
Yep.
I don't know. So then, wait a minute. What's Dr. Manhattan's point of view in the book?
it's the same.
But so he decides oh yeah, I can't tell these people what really happened. So
Yeah,
same
because
thing.
it's all the same thing. The only thing that's really that different is the fact that
The blame's not on him for blowing
exactly.
up New York. I kind of like the idea that he plays an extra big martyr too. It's like, that's fine. I'll let them blame me. I don't want to hang here anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's like, since he became Dr. Manhattan, he's felt, separate from humanity. So
Yeah. I don't know. Like, a lot of people's big complaint with the movie is just that it's too long. And then, Laud said forever ago that it would make the perfect series. And now they're making a series out of it, but not out of the story.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Watchmen is just, it would make a good mini series.
Yeah,
but
I
then
think that's
people,
what he meant.
I was gonna say, but then people want.
I mean, you wouldn't make it 3 seasons long.
No. Of course, speaking of miniseries, because I really like the Good Omens one on Amazon.
Is that a miniseries?
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, I didn't realize this. Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett apparently had started an outline for Good Omens 2. But then that didn't get anywhere, and then Terry Pratchett died. So, but apparently I read somewhere that there might be consideration of adapting that to a Good Omens season 2.
Oh, okay.
Because if you watch Good Omens, by the end of it, you're like, how can they do another season of this?
Yeah.
So.
There's a few things that have been like that, and then I hear that they're trying to make a sequel. I'm like, why?
Like what?
I can't think of anything specific, but I know I've thought that before. I'm trying to remember something like that. Or maybe it was more so the feeling of where they end it and it feels like it should have a sequel or a sequel series or something, and then they just don't continue it.
Yeah.
Like, not even like it was just canceled. They just don't. It's like, oh, you could have kept going, though. I can't... I don't know why I'm having trouble figuring... Because I know I felt that feeling before.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of one either.
Fuck.
You know what I'd love to see made into a movie?
What?
Fucking Kingdom Come.
Oh, yeah?
I fucking love that one.
They have an animated Kingdom Come.
I haven't watched it. I should probably check it
I've
out.
seen it at Family Video, I think. I've at least seen that Superman, that version of Superman with the black S instead.
Yeah. Can I see it real quick?
The background of the S is black.
Oh, okay.
The S is red, but it's on a black shield.
Plus, I just fucking love the artwork. Alex Ross is great. Like, I didn't mind the Justice League movie. I get that people don't like it, but it had a great poster where it was like the Alex Ross, like the fucking cover to Kingdom Come almost.
Yeah.
With the characters.
Well, yeah, and then nothing beats the one screensaver of the whole DC universe. This one. They've got like the good guys version and
Yep.
This one.
Yeah.
It's really fun that how small it's made.
I know which one you're talking about, though.
Yeah, thank you. Here we go. Why is it only 400 fucking pixels? God damn it. That's a little better. But yeah, and then they have the villains version of it too.
Yep. Which I love. I love Alex Ross's like artwork. So.
Yeah, I bought Jordan a book a few Christmases ago, and it's just all Alex Ross artwork. It's just a collection of that.
That'd be awesome.
His Shazam stuff is really cool looking.
Oh, I bet. I still have a very vivid, like I can picture the frame in my mind from Kingdom Come where Superman's fighting Shazam, and like Shazam is just like, it's a low angle on Shazam, like Superman's like down on his knees basically, and Shazam's just like hovering over him like superhero pose, just like looking down on him, and it's such a great fucking.
I still haven't read it.
Spoiler alert, Shazam and Superman end up fighting.
Well, I figured they would since Superman can't hold a candle to magic, so
yeah,
it's a good pairing to actually fucking knock Superman down.
Which is also the first time I ever realized the rule that Shazam could say Shazam and then dodge out of the way of the lightning bolt and use it as a weapon.
Oh, really?
That's what he does.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
That is cool.
Fun fact, the lightning doesn't work on anybody else. It doesn't
turn
then
Superman into a child.
No, it turns Superman into like an even more powerful character.
A magic Superman.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? I want to look into what Superman Red and Blue is. You heard about that?
No.
There's literally two Supermen. One's red, one's blue.
You know which one I want to read is Superman Red Sun.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Here, hold on. Yeah. This. You haven't seen that?
No, I've not seen
That artwork before?
Wow. Why do you keep getting the tiniest fucking resolution ones?
Because all these images are super small pixels and this is a 4K screen. I guess. I mean, that's what I would assume.
But no, I've never seen that before.
The second incarnation of Superman Red and Superman Blue began in 1998.
Huh.
Wait, what's this? While temporarily deprived of solar energy required to give him powers, Superman had developed energy-based abilities, which eventually forced him to adopt a blue and white containment suit to prevent the energy dispersing. So wait, where'd the red one come from? To turn his powers off, though this took time to control as he inadvertently fried a toaster at home.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, okay, they explain where Superman Blue came from, but I don't know where Superman Red came from. All right, whatever.
Doesn't matter. Honestly, I was figuring it was like a multiverse thing, so like the Infinite Earths type of deal. Where you got Superman Red and Blue.
I assumed it was like Superman split himself in half, where it's like that episode of Danny Phantom where he's able to separate the ghost or the heroic version of himself from the lazy version of himself. with the Fenton Dreamcatcher.
I don't remember that, but it's been a long time since I've watched Danny Phantom.
That was a really good show.
That was a good show.
That show got dark at times too.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I wouldn't mind like fucking like Hulu or some shit playing those.
I'm surprised it's not on Amazon Prime, to be honest.
Yeah.
SpongeBob was for a while. I think they took it off Prime now, though. Because you suck, Amazon. Shame on you.
Sure.
So what movie do you want to do for next week?
Oh,
I think
man.
we've bored the people enough.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next week.
What was the one you said? Because I said possibly Down with Love. Mm. And I thought of that because of you and McGregor.
Driver, a movie that we had seen, Firefight.
Oh, yeah,
That was one that neither of us had seen.
Right. Okay, let's look it up real quick.
Where to watch Firefight.
Exactly. Firefight. Fight fire with fight. Firefight movie.
It's called Free Fire.
Okay, where is it at? Ah, there we go. Yes. Set in Boston in 1978, a meeting in a deserted warehouse between two gangs turns into a shootout and a game of survival. Yes, that is the movie. Ben Wheatley. Amy Jump. And Ben Wheatley.
Another Armie Hammer movie.
Oh yeah, he is in that. Yeah, because he has that big ass beard. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you down to watch this?
Yeah, let's do Free Fire. Now find out where we can watch it. So I'll know if I have to rent it.
Watch Free Fire. What? God damn it. Where to watch Free Fireworks? God damn it.
You hit enter, not delete.
I know.
Make sure it's actually on Prime Video. Yeah, holy shit, it's on Prime.
Dope.
For now. Let's watch it right now. And we'll just right away do the podcast.
Because you know it'll be fucking gone tomorrow.
Yep.
This movie's just called... Oh, I remember when this came out. Just Gringo. Because it's not Get the Gringo.
Because Get the Gringo was the Mel Gibson movie.
Right. Did you ever see that?
No.
Have you seen anything with Mel Gibson after, like, The Patriot?
Yeah. He was in Expendables 3.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything after Expendables 1.
Oh. And then I watched Hacksaw Ridge, which was really good.
Is he in it?
No, but he directed it.
Well, yeah. I saw the end of Hacksaw Ridge.
There was one other movie that he was...
I'm more so annoyed with Hacksaw Ridge that I am impressed with it. Like, I know it's
Really?
based on a true story, and it's a heroic story. But at the same time, like, just fucking pick up a gun, dude. Like, I get why, but
The
he
story
annoys
wouldn't
me. I'm definitely with the other soldiers in his crew at first.
The story would not have been as good if he did that. So.
No, I know, but I don't know. Just a dick, I guess.
I guess. Shit, what was it? There was one other movie. Oh, Machete. Machete Kills.
Oh, yeah, didn't he play, like, the president or something?
No, he was just the bad guy in that one.
Oh, who was the president?
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, that's right. No, Martin Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Was it Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen.
I thought it was Martin Sheen.
No.
Oh, I haven't seen it, so. So I thought I'd correct you.
I'm positive it's Charlie Sheen. Now you're making me doubt myself.
Okay, well, let's look it up.
Let's look it up and then we'll let the good people go.
I think it is Charlie Sheen now. Oh,
Yeah, I
I
do
forgot
too.
about Sofia Vergara's fucking machine gun jugglies.
What? Danny Trejo was in this movie?
Yeah, you didn't know that, you fucking dummy. Yeah, it's Charlie Sheen. Okay.
Also, one of my favorite cameos. You're caught up on What We Do in the Shadows, right?
No.
This show?
No.
I thought
didn't
you
watch
watched
a single episode of it.
Really? I thought you did.
No, I watched part of an episode.
Oh, you watched the one with Dave Bautista in it.
Yeah.
Where it was in a
You're
film.
also the only person I know who would call him Dave Bautista. It's just Batista.
Whatever.
Because everyone I know knows him from wrestling, where he was just Batista.
Oh yes, yeah, I don't watch wrestling.
I know.
Anyway, spoiler alert. That same episode with Dave Bautista is like the Vampire Council.
Yeah.
Did you watch who was on the council?
The guys.
Well, 3 of the guys from the movie.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton led the council.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Danny Trejo was on the council.
Was he really?
It was like all these actors who had played vampires in movies.
Oh,
like
that's funny.
Wesley
Wait,
Snipes.
When was Tilda Swinton?
I couldn't figure it out. But then it was Tilda Swinton. Who's the guy who plays Pee Wee Herman?
Oh, Paul Rubens.
Yeah, he was there. Danny Trejo was there.
Another man famous for child pornography, who for some reason still.
No, it wasn't child pornography.
Paul Rubens.
Yeah, no,
He had a huge. Well,
no, he got in trouble
caught
for
jerking off. Yes,
in a
but
porno
he
theater.
also has old child pornography, but it gets counted as like he just collects pornography memorabilia, and some of it happens to be child pornography.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I just knew about the time we got caught in a porn theater.
No, he really likes collecting porn memorabilia, and some of it is child pornography.
That's problematic. Okay. Anyways, and then like a couple other people who played vampires in movies, and then like Wesley Snipes was Skyping in, and they're pissed off because he's a vampire hunter, but technically he's half vampire. You know, get it, Blade.
Yes, thank you.
And then
I thought he was just that in real life. I didn't.
Yeah, and then
Blade? Sorry, what?
and then like they like listed off like people who couldn't be there, and they're like, Tom, Brad, could they not make it? And apparently, Brad, from what I heard, Brad Pitt wanted to do it, but for whatever reason, there was a scheduling conflict, and he couldn't. He just couldn't.
Yeah, he was busy beating the shit out of some Charles Manson acolytes.
Probably at that point, probably. But so yeah, that was a good episode. The Vampire Council one was like one of the best episodes on that show.
See, I didn't see the whole episode. I saw when they were like talking to Batista.
Yep.
And then they got in, and then they're all like under sheets
dancing.
and dancing around. And then I noticed the guys from the original movie.
Yeah, I know. Molly and I just rewatched the season, and I just noticed them like when they were dancing around.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, they're there. So
Excuse me.
good show. Good show.
We'll see.
No, it's a good show.
We'll see. Until I've seen it.
You want another
I
spoiler
don't
from
know
the
if it's
season?
good. It's Schrodinger's show right now.
You want another spoiler from the season?
Sure.
Nandor's familiar.
Nandor.
Nandor is neither of the 2 British vampires. He's like the one from like the Middle East.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know nothing of the show. I didn't know who the main characters are.
Yeah, so there's the 3 vampires
Okay.
that were like in the chamber with Dave Bautista.
Okay.
And like they were like telling him the story. He was like the tallest one.
Okay.
Anyways, his familiar does like a DNA test for everybody, like a 23andMe type of thing, to just be like, oh, it'd be fun to kind of like see where your ancestry, as well as like your any descendants. Like Nandor has like 200,000 living descendants. But then Guillermo looks at his. And it turns out like he's got like Danish blood in him, and he's related to Van Helsing. And like he likes like.
Does Hugh Jackman show up?
No.
Oh, fuck.
But like he finds out he's related to Van Helsing. He's like, he doesn't think that Van Helsing's real. He's like, but vampires are real. And then he remembers he accidentally killed 2 vampires on the show. And like the rest of the episode, like he's just like real worried he's accidentally gonna kill the vampires. Yeah, because like one of Nandor's descendants dies, and they like because Nandor scares them. Like he's like trying to like connect with him, but it's like a 98-year-old woman. He's like tapping on her. She lives on like the 3rd floor, and he's like outside her window. And so she dies, and they go to the funeral service, which is in like a Catholic church, and they're all like sitting there, like smoke is rising. They're in a lot of pain because it's hallowed ground.
Right.
And they leave, and then like Nandor catches fire, so he's like, "Quick, Guillermo, get some water to put it out." And Guillermo just like throws water on him, but he throws it out of like a holy water fount, and so he like throws holy water on Nandor.
Does the fire get bigger? Or...
No, it goes out, but it still causes like a lot of pain.
I would have liked the fire to get him bigger, like he threw gasoline on him instead.
That would have been great. God, that's such a good show. It's on Hulu now.
Oh yeah.
Or Hulu or Netflix, one of the 2.
Probably Hulu.
I think it's Hulu.
I would assume Hulu. Hulu gets more like
the FX shows.
Well, yeah, just like more TV shows.
Yeah.
That fast, anyway. Netflix doesn't get that fast of a turnaround typically.
Yeah. You should watch it, though. It's a good show.
All right.
So should you, listeners.
No, don't go watch that. But so next
on
week,
Hulu.
listen to our podcast for
Free Fire.
Free Fire. Thank you. I almost said Firefight again.
It's all right.
Yeah, do that. And I didn't realize Lady Gaga was also in Machete Kills.
Yes.
All right. Don't be late.
Boy.